Okay, looks like we got cut off. Damn you, Facebook. What the hell? We are back. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. Suddenly just went ping, and I lost you guys. Where did I lose you? We were talking about the open house. So do the open house for the FSBO. Absolutely do it. Set it up right so you look competent, you look cool, you look like a high status agent. Make sure you get a good turnout. That's the secret. So only select properties that look good, are clean, the property would attract good traffic, you promoted well, have enough signs. That's the secret, because then you show the seller, hey, we got 15 people come through the open house. It was a good turnout. Nobody seems to be immediately interested in making an offer, but you never know. Let's follow up with these people. You're going to look cool. Okay? Sorry I lost you there. I don't know what happened. So we're going to have 2 live recordings of this. All right, let me check the questions you guys posted. Let's see here. Yeah, suddenly the Facebook just went plunk on me. I don't know. Edward, thank you for asking that question. This is the question I was looking for. I appreciate you being here, Eddie. Edward is writing, how do you get your mojo back and conquer the market again? Remax top producers for years, then moved to mom and pop company. I'm a listing agent. I'd rather not work with buyers. Never have. I wanted to address this because it can happen to almost every rock star. Can you guys see me now okay? Are you back on the second stream? Let me double check that before I get into Edward's question. Okay. Looks like you saw the next stream. Good, good, thanks. Again, my apologies. Not sure really what happened. Suddenly just Facebook disconnected our servers that we're broadcasting from. So, again, apologies for technology. It's not still perfect, you know. They're still working on it. I mean, we have a pretty good setup here. I got some pretty nice equipment, so I'm blaming it on Facebook no matter what happened. Maybe I pushed something wrong. I don't know. Anyway, what's up, Edward, and everybody who feels like, well, let me start here. Here we are at the end of 2016. Was it a great year? Depends how you look at it. Did you achieve all your goals? Maybe, maybe not. How do you feel? If you feel like Edward, maybe you're a little burned out. Maybe you're spinning your wheels. Maybe you made a change that was not great. See, like in Edward's case, who says, I went to a mom and pop shop and suddenly I lost my mojo, I don't believe has anything to do with the company. As a general rule, the company you work for has 0 impact on your bottom line, unless that company is crooked and has a bad reputation. Most of the time, that's not the case. What really happens is we tend to fell out of love with real estate. We stop loving real estate. We stop loving this business. We dread what we have to do daily. Maybe because we're not getting the results we want, maybe because you had a bad experience, bad client. There are all kinds of reasons why we kind of lose the drive. You've been there, right? All of us have. So how do you get back? How do you get the energy back? How do you jump on it again? How can you get up in the morning and go at it again, even though you know there is a very good chance, almost 100% chance, there'll be some rejection, it'll be stressful, it'll be difficult, and you have no guarantee you're going to succeed or get paid. How's that for a happy topic for a Christmas broadcast? But it needs to be addressed. It's important. So what do? I'll give you some points that will help you. And the first one you probably will not like, but it must be said. This is not for everybody. This business is not for everybody. 8 out of 10 of you, not you personally, but 8 out of 10 real estate agents do not survive year 2. Huge turnover. It's not for everybody. So just because you quit doesn't make you a failure. Just because you realize that it's really not for you doesn't make you bad. Doesn't make you any less brave than everybody who stays. I reached that point where I suddenly realized that being a real estate agent was no longer my calling. It was no longer my passion, and I didn't want to do it anymore. I didn't want to grow the team anymore. I didn't want to do the hustle anymore. And it was also because I got so inspired teaching you and coaching you and working with you guys, and seeing your success made me more happy or happier than I ever was servicing clients or helping clients, because I got to touch your life in a very profound way, and that fulfills me to this day. But maybe you come to the point where this is really not for you. Maybe it's time to evaluate, do I really want to do this for the rest of my life? And that's just some soul searching you have to do. That's not something I can help you with. You need to figure out, is it really worth it? Do I really want to continue? Am I really passionate about it? Or can I rekindle the passion? And that, not just Edward, but everybody. Once in a while, it's good to do kind of a self-check. Because if you push aside that longing to do something else, or just the feeling that this no longer fulfills you and this no longer is your passion, without it, you're dead. It's over. It's just a matter of time where you're going to figure out a way to sabotage yourself, to destroy what you've built, to destroy your soul on the inside. I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that. Now, there's a difference between being discouraged and being done. There's a difference between feeling like it's over, I'm no longer passionate, I want to do something else, and just not being able to fully figure out how to succeed. If you're going to quit, I had a client, great guy, came to me ready to quit, down and out, not getting listings, it was not working for him. But he reached out to me. I felt like if you wanted to quit, why would you contact me? It didn't make sense. You would just quit. But he didn't. He came to me and we worked together. In 1 month, he listed 14 properties. Then he quit. He still quit, but under different circumstances. He didn't get pushed out of the business. He chose to leave victorious. And I very much appreciate that. I actually did an interview with him on YouTube. You can look it up. So here's my point. Do some soul searching. If you feel, I really want to stay. I really want to figure this out. I really want to succeed. I really want to be a profitable, successful, happy real estate agent. First, accept the fact that you can. And that's a hard one. And here's why. The reality around you tells you otherwise. The reality right around you tells you, dude, what are you talking about? Look at your life. We're broke. I don't have any money, and I don't have any clients, and it's difficult. I don't have any listings. It's precisely at those moments where you have to shift the thinking. And we go back to what we talked about last Saturday. Remember when I broadcasted live from the parking lot waiting for my son Philip? Mind game first and foremost. So reset the mind game. And I'm not going to go into there. I spend a lot of time there. Plus, we're going to do one broadcast where we talk about nothing but the right mindset and why it's important. And most importantly, I'm going to give you practical tools and some strategies you can incorporate to have the mindset in the game 100%. Because without it, struggle. Discipline will only get you so far. It's a short-term solution to push you over the hump. But to run the business 24/7 on discipline alone will drain you. There's no way you can sustain that long-term and be happy and profitable at the same time. So here's what I would recommend short-term. Do this now. We're headed for the Christmas holiday. Take a few days off. Just relax for a few days. It's not going to make a huge difference anyway. If you take 2-3 days off, doesn't matter. Every single one of you, reset, recharge. As a matter of fact, get in a habit of having at least 1 day a week for yourself. And for yourself, that means you go play golf, you spend time with your family, play with your dog. Go do something else that you enjoy. You must recharge the batteries. The 7-day week is bullshit. You will not get more done, you will just be more burned out. You know why we really do it? What is the real truth why we do 7 days a week? Because we feel guilty, because we don't get shit done in those 6 days or 5 days. It's not the amount of time anymore. It's just the right to come home and say, I'm exhausted and it's still not working. And now I'm myself. This was me for a long time, like that. Huh? Looks familiar? It's to cover up the guilt. You see, if you get your shit done well and do the stuff we talked about in the past many times, how you structure your day and priorities and what things need to be done and how, there's no guilt. You can squeeze it in 5-day week, maybe 6 days if you're really launching a profitable big business, and then enjoy 1 day off. Enjoy once a month a long weekend just for yourself and your family or the loved ones. Very important. Recharge, reset, learn. Give yourself a chance to learn something. Go to seminars, go to workshops, connect with other people. There is life beside real estate. You must do that. So reorganize and restructure how you think about the business, where there is room for you to reset, to take a little nap, to meditate, to go for a jog, to teach your kids something cool and fun. You know, I'm teaching my kids now how to do videos. That's a lot of fun. And I'm like you guys. I love to work. I'm up at 4 or 5 in the morning, working my ass off, sometimes late till late at night. But I know that if I do it over and over and over, I would get burned out. My work would suffer. Everything would suffer. You must do the same. So reset. Step 2. I cannot motivate you. I cannot do or say anything that would all of a sudden make you go, fuck, let's go. You know, I can't do that. Only you can do that. But if you have a lifestyle for 2017, and here's the beautiful thing about real estate. Think about this. In real estate, you can turn things around so fast. You can be profitable, you can have business, you can have leads, you can have clients, you can have commissions extremely fast, within weeks. It will require effort, it will require some tools, it will require work, and it's not going to be easy, but it's doable. It's within your reach. It is totally within your reach. So the question is not, can I get there? The question is, how do I get there? What do I have to do? Here is the answer. Set up 2017 to be so fucking exciting and so amazing and so unbelievably awesome for you or your family. And I'm not just talking about getting a new Lexus or buying a new house. Maybe if that floats your boat, awesome, nothing wrong with that. But maybe it's something doing for your community, for your kids, for your grandkids, for the children in the world. I don't know what inspires you. But if you find that, then suddenly doing real estate will become a lot easier, a lot more fun, because there's a purpose to it. See, there is no purpose to paying off bills. There's no purpose to it. There's no passion behind it. It is to be done, but that's not going to get you out of bed at 5 in the morning. Woohoo! Let's call some expired so I can pay off that goddamn visa. It's not going to happen. So you must have that big picture in mind. And always hold on to that big picture. Always hold on to that big thing that pulls you. And whatever that big thing for you is. For you, was it that Porsche, Jessica? Probably, right? It's a big deal. It's fun. Some of you, the nice new home you got, the Mercedes you got, the Lexus, the vacations. I mean, we're going on a vacation of our lifetime. I was so looking forward to it, being able to put the whole family together, fly everybody in, and treat them for 2 weeks of an amazing vacation was a big dream for Hannah and I for the longest time, and now it's a reality. And that inspired me to get up at 4 in the morning sometimes and work my ass off so I could do that. Not just because of the money, but because I need to organize my business so that I don't just drop everything on you. You understand what I mean? So set something big. Because here's what's going to happen. Either you're going to look at that future, it's going to excite you so much, you're going to get so passionate about it, that suddenly calling FSBOs and expireds and following up and dealing with some rejections, like, well, so what? Fuck it, I can do it. Of course, it's a big thing that I'm going for. And it's just a step I have to go through. Whether it's get up at 5 in the morning and working on ditches and digging and working on constructions or hauling heavy shit, doing for a living, which I think is much harder than just picking up the phone, talking to people. So somebody else, oh, whoop-de-doo, cry me a river. Fuck off, grow up. You're building your future. You're building something, a legacy for you, your kids, the generations behind you, not to mention you're delivering an incredible service to your clients. Service that most agents can't do. That's a big deal. That's a really big deal. Because what's the alternative? Get a 9-to-5 job or retire? You need to decide how much it matters to you. And if you're willing to, pay the price and I'll show you how to get there. I have some shortcuts and I have some tools. Then come along. My job is to be your guide, but you still have to keep up. You still have to walk. And it's not going to be a nice flat park walk. It's a mountain. Because if we're going to go for it up there, way up there, where the view is spectacular, where the accomplishment, you're going to look back and you go, fuck me, look at that. That's pretty damn good what I pulled off here. And the freedom that comes with it up there. That's what we're talking about. Not some fucking deal here and there, commission here and there, driving a Toyota Camry, living in a 2-bedroom apartment. Come on. Dream it big, plan it big, work it big, and then enjoy it big. That's it. That's the secret. All right, guys. Time for some questions. Good stuff so far? Are you having a good time? I'm having a good time. All right. Good. Here we go. Jessica's back. Brian is back. Good. Everything seems to be good. Michelle says, I missed some of that. Don't worry about it. It's going to be recorded. We're going to post it as one video for you. It's all good. We got it. We're recording it here in the studio as well, so it's good. All right. Janice is a really good question. I ordered my brochures and business cards. They have not come in the mail yet. Should I be making calls and visits without the materials? Absolutely, Janice. Absolutely, yes. You totally should contact expireds, FSBOs, prospect daily for 3 reasons. I'll give you all 3. Number 1, it's a great practice. It's a practice. It's like, I was talking to some friends. We had a lovely dinner, pre-Christmas party. And these are buddies of mine who live here in the neighborhood who like to play golf. I never played golf, but I always kind of flirted with the idea of golfing. So they're going to take me on the golf course when we get back from vacation. And sometime early spring, I'm going to start just fucking around, see if I like it. But it would not be realistic for me to grab a golf club, get on the golf course with these dudes, especially after a couple of beers, and play like a 70. Perfect game. That'd be crazy. No matter how positive my thinking is, and no matter how optimistic I would be, and how I would set goals and all that, none of that would matter. I didn't have the skill. I don't have the skill. I need to hire somebody who can teach me. I need to practice the shit out of it. And then after some time, I will improve and improve and improve and improve until my game will hopefully be pretty good. You got to do the same in real estate. It's the same concept. You've got to do the same. So how do you do that? I'm keeping an eye on this fucking broadcast to make sure I don't lose you anymore, or you don't lose me. So here's how you do that. You practice the same way. You hired somebody already, me, to walk you through it, and I will, or I have, and you just do it, and you do it, and you do it. Now, there are 2 ways to do that. 1, practice with a role play partner, which is fantastic. You should have a partner and just practice it, just like it would be me on the driving range just hitting the balls. And then you go out and you talk to people. But here's the difference. You're not attached to the outcome. In other words, if I'm on a driving range, whether I really botch that shot or not doesn't really matter. I'm practicing. There's no $100,000 on the line. You follow me? You got to do the same. So whether you have the cards, whether you have the brochures, whether it's perfect, none of that matters. Go out and talk to them. Just to see if you can make them smile. Just to see if you can connect with them. Just to see what it feels like to talk to strangers and make them feel comfortable. And get better at it, and then a little better, and a little better, and a little better. That's the whole idea. And you're going to see that after a few weeks, it's not going to be a big deal. Those are actually very consistent comments you guys post. That after a while, it just doesn't feel like a very big deal, right? Because you're mastering it, because you're getting more comfortable. Now, here's the trick. They, meaning the sellers, will get more comfortable as soon as you are comfortable. They will be more open as soon as you're more open. They will feel more connected as soon as you are more connected with them. That's how you do it. And then when the business card comes and you put the package together and you get your marketing together and your follow-up and your mails and emails and all that, fantastic. That's going to make everything more powerful. But that's not the foundation. You will never get a listing because somebody got your package and go, fuck me, that's a beautiful brochure. Let's call her right now. You know what I mean? The marketing helps. The marketing is important. The marketing will make you memorable and stand out. But it's not the cause. You are the cause. You're the reason why they list with you. Is that making sense? So go out there. And really, the reason you feel like, oh, I need to wait till my brochures are done, or I need for my business cards, I need to do, it's procrastination because of fear. And that fear is very real, and it's normal. We all felt at a certain point the same way. So be cool with that. It's natural. It's normal. I mean, think about it. As a kid, were you told stranger danger? Right? We all been told that. It's normal. You'll get over it. You must get over it. Because even with the latest gadgets and tools and lead generation systems and in-house sales agents and all that stuff that now makes our life faster and easier, faster meaning we generate more business, we can generate it faster. You still need to master the skill of communicating with people. You still need to present well, you still need to qualify them, handle objections, and close the deal. No way around it. That will never go away. And no Snapchat, and no Facebook, and no nothing will ever replace that skill that you must develop, how to communicate with somebody. But boy, once you get that, man, everything else becomes like magic. Yeah? All right. Okay, let's see what we're talking about here. Stephen wants to know if you should role play with other agents. Absolutely yes. Yes, role play with your spouse, role play with other agents. Sometimes I just had to do it by myself. I had a video camera on me or a little pocket recorder. Just record yourself. Do the best you can, but you got to role play. Just like on a golf course or just like at tennis. I used to play a lot of tennis. And one of the exercises was just hit the ball against the wall. Forehand, then backhand, then serving. And you just do it over and over. Now it's better if you have a partner, but you should definitely role play. Even the pros, even the high caliber agents, until they get this down pat, must role play. You must role play. And you role play first contact, prospecting, visits, qualifying questions, handle objections, setting up appointments, listing presentation. Those are the things you must absolutely master. Because if one link is missing, you're going to lose a lot of business or not get the business at all. Like if your listing presentation sucks, it doesn't matter how fantastic your prospecting is. If you can't turn those appointments into listings, you're screwed. So practice it. Having a video camera, beautiful. Use your iPhone. Just put your iPhone on a little stand. Record yourself. Very helpful. Record yourself prospecting. Record yourself making calls. Record yourself following up. Listen to yourself. Pay attention and get better. Yeah? All right. What's the approach for success without any marketing materials? Monique wants to know. Monique, it helps to have good materials. Like it helps to have a good website, nice business cards, a few videos, testimonials, the trifold brochure, some materials for FSBOs. Those are all very helpful tools that it's good to have at your disposal. But the foundation is you. Because at the end, the people will always list with you because they like you. And they trust you, and they respect you. They respect your opinion, your guidance. That's the foundation. So if you master your ability to communicate with people, making strangers feel comfortable, opening up to you, answering your questions, talking to you like you're somebody who they trust, their advisor, like they trust their doctor or their CPA, that's the skill. That's the most important skill, more than your marketing skills, more than your internet skills, more than your pricing skills. All those are good, but they need to stand on something. And that something is your ability to communicate. And that spills over to your ability to text because your confidence in your communication spills over through that. Videos, same thing. Emails, how you write, same thing. You can tell when you get an email it's a template, as opposed to something that was written from the heart, as opposed to something that was written by a pro who knows what they're talking about. It's the same concept. So master that first and foremost. Know your market, know what you're talking about, and know how to talk, how to communicate. On the phone, in person, with the tools we have available, like Facebook. Yeah? Helpful? Okie dokie. All right. Let's take some more questions. What do you say? Okay. Let's see what we got here. I'm going through your comments. Yes, yes, yes. Edward says, tremendous motivation. I have listings from 175 to 4.9 million today. Next year will be great. Thanks for focusing on my topic. Mojo accomplished. Edward, that's fantastic. I'm very happy to hear that. That is killer. That makes me happy. Great, great, great. All right. All right, my friends. Eddie wants to know best contact relationship management, best contact management. My recommendation, Eddie, as a matter of fact, I was on a conference with them last night. We are working on some new modules, is LionDesk. LionDesk. That would be my suggestion. It is the most robust contact management system right now available. We're incorporating both FSBORINO and Expired Plus. It's not done yet. We're working out some issues that we need. We want to make sure it works well for you guys before we roll it out. But LionDesk would be my suggestion. If you go to Lion, we actually have a URL. If you sign up, you get a month free. And now we're working for an annual package where you get the dial or you get the whole package for a really good price. So I'm going to post the link for you. But check out LionDesk. You use LionDesk, you use Espresso Agent, and if you use the code BORINO, you get 2 months for $49. Or there's actually a document that Roseanne, my assistant, just posted. Just look in the files here on Facebook. Check out Espresso. Espresso, $49 for 2 months. Take it for a spin. FSBOs expired. Great, great system that will generate leads for you. Okay? Fred says, how would you market to attorneys to get probate or divorce listings? Great question. Fred, I cannot give you first-hand experience. I worked with only one attorney in the city of Whittier who sent me probably 2 listings a year. Nothing to sneeze about, wasn't bad. It's all about relationships. Establish relationships with them. What is it that an attorney needs? How can you provide information and helpful tools for them to make their life easier? And because I don't have extensive experience, I can't really give you a list of things. I've never been an attorney either, so I can't tell you. But if you start contacting them and say, hey, is there anything I can do to help? I want to establish relationship with good attorneys, want to be the resource to them. That would be my step. Would it be high on my list? I don't know. Unless you have a lot of probates in your area, it wouldn't be top of my list. But it's worth a try. Some agents get a pretty decent amount of business. It comes down to relationship. Take an attorney for a cup of coffee. Ask them what can they use from you as something that would help them. Maybe it's a market update. Maybe it's real estate information. I don't know. But check. It is about the one-on-one again. Same concept. Okay? Yes, Brian, you're right. It is $49 for 60 days for Espresso Agent. Yes. 2 months, $49. Definitely worth it. Use the code BORINO. Definitely worth it. So we answered that. Lion Desk Rock says, Jeffrey, glad you like it. It's a good system, right? Brian says, Lion Desk is the best by far for the money and functionality. Totally agree. We are working on incorporating video. Okay, might as well tell you. I'm not supposed to talk about it yet, but might as well tell you. Last night, I was on the call with the manager of the tech department of Lion Desk. We want to incorporate all the scripts from FSBORINO and Expired Plus. So when you use the dialer will pop up a screen, and the actual script with the person's name, the bullet points, the outlines will show up for you. So we will always know what to say, what to ask, how to proceed with the conversation, how to get appointments. Wouldn't that be cool? So that's what we're working on. We're trying to figure out how to make it work. So you're going to get all that. It's coming. Just please give us a little time. We want to make sure it works and you're happy with it. But that's one of the things we're going to incorporate. You're going to have a library of videos where you're going to be sending little videos to clients as part of your follow-up. You can text them as a message or you can email it to them. That's coming. I'm not supposed to tell you any of that. I'm going to get scolded for this. But, you know, I was so excited last night when I was talking to them. I'm like, fuck, this is awesome. This is going to be a killer system where you can hit them with a video. You can hit them with a multimedia message. You can hit them with email, mail, postcards, all that. And where we're going to take mail, wait. Again, I can't say it, but it's going to be great. I'm really stoked. All right. Ooh, lots of people like that. That's awesome. Yeah, I totally love Lion Desk. I totally think that the people running it are awesome and the system is very robust, very good. Okay. Ken has a really good question. Hey, my man, Ken, good to have you back. He would like to hear a quick dialogue on the first visit with Expired after call appointment. Excellent. And I will tie it in with Maria's question, what should you bring to an Expired you're door knocking? So here is the process that I suggest you follow, if at all possible. You call the Expired in the morning. The main purpose of that call is to find out if they're relisted, if they extended the contract with the previous agent, or if they're listed with another agent. That's it. You're not there to bond with them too much. I mean, if you do, that's a bonus. That's cool. If you click with them and you can go straight for an appointment. Occasionally that will happen. But most of the time it won't. Don't get discouraged. It's fine. They have the right to be pissed off. They have the right to feel whatever they feel. So it's good. You have a little conversation. Say, why don't I swing by, Ken? I'm going to drop off some information, let you know what's going on. You will have some overview with the market. Your agent probably didn't keep in touch. So let me drop it off, shake your hand just to say hello. Not there to list the property or anything. No pressure. Maybe down the road you decide to put the house back on the market. We'll talk. Most sellers will not have a big problem with that, especially if they're motivated and especially if you role-played this, what we talked about earlier, and if you're cool, if you're pleasant, if you smile, if you have a good time. Okay? You go to the Expired, knock on the door. Hey, just chatted with you on the phone. Wanted to drop this information for you. So let me ask you, you guys mentioned you would like to go to Florida. Would that still be the plan? Has that still been in the books? You start a conversation with them. Yeah, we're still thinking about it. What's the main thing about Florida that attracted you guys? What is it about Florida that pulls you down there? They tell you, we want to be close to the family, the weather. You start a conversation asking simple questions. What you want to get to is, what is the pain? What is the pleasure? And what is the core driving emotion? And what is the problem you're trying to solve? So you ask questions and you say, lovely home, I saw the MLS. Would you mind if I take a quick look? Would you give me a quick tour? This way, if you do decide to sell down the road, I have an idea what you have. I know beds are probably not made if your house is like mine with 2 kids. But I'll take a quick look. Maybe I can give you an idea what you can do different next time. So when you put it back on the market, it will sell for a good price. It won't get stuck, expired like it did now. Notice the way I present that. I don't have a big deal, big problem. If they say no, I'm not attached to it too much. But I want to continue the conversation. I want to give them a chance to show me the house. Okay? So now you're going through the house or you're still outside. Doesn't really matter a whole lot. What do you think went wrong? It's a lovely home. Why do you think it didn't sell? What's your opinion? What did your agent tell you? Don't bash the other agent. Just give them a chance to vent. They usually will tell you something like, well, the other agent was an asshole. Never called us, never followed up with us. We heard from him twice when we were supposed to reduce the price. Most of the time, it's going to be something like this. And then you tell them, well, Ken, question for you. If you could have it anywhere you want to, if you could either stay here, same house, same neighborhood, same everything, or you could get a good price for it and you could be in Florida 3 months from now, what would ultimately be better for you guys? And let them answer. Pay attention to not just the words, but their attitude, their emotion behind it. How do they really feel about it? You know what I mean? How do they react to the idea of being able to pull it off? To make that dream that they have, to solve the problem they have, to make it a reality. Very important. So you're going to give them a chance to answer that for you. And you say, well, I mean, I'm not here to pressure you. I'm not here to make decisions for you. But what if there was a way to generate a good qualified buyer quickly? And I help people like you guys all day long. That's my bread and butter, is to come in and clean up a mess that other agent left, unfortunately. And help good folks like you who have a dream and desire, because I don't think it's fair just because it fell apart the first time for you to be stuck here. Especially if you want to be with your daughter in Florida. So why don't we do this and now use what's called a bridge. Why don't we get together in my office tomorrow for 20-30 minutes? And we'll sit down and we'll figure out what is the most a qualified buyer would pay you right now for a house just like this one. How long would it realistically take to sell? Is there anything we should do to make the property even more marketable so you can put more cash in your pocket? I will show you some advanced marketing strategies I use to make sure my sellers walk away with as much money as possible and we sell quickly with the least amount of hassle. And I will decide, maybe this is a good time for you to make the move. Maybe not. Again, you will make a decision. I'm not there to pressure you. Just think about it. But at least you know where you are. Swing by tomorrow. Let's sit down for half an hour. We'll enjoy a cup of coffee. We're going to have one of those fancy espresso machines. Come on down and we'll talk. That's it. Easy and simple. So here's what needs to happen in order for this to work. You need to have 3 things in place. First, you need to have a seller with a CDE, strong core drive and emotion. Throughout the conversation, asking these questions, why are they selling, where they want to go. Now, you don't use those words, obviously. You follow the core influence and the expired plus dialogues or the FSBORINO, whatever program you have. But those are the questions you're going to ask. Has it been tough? What is the main reason? Have they had any offers? All those. Not an interrogation, a conversation. Okay? But they must have a core drive and emotion. They must have a solid problem. That means the problem is they want to be with their family, or they want to retire, or they have a job transfer, or they're getting divorced, whatever that is. Must be strong enough for them to feel like sooner or later we got to get our shit together and do something about it. That's number 1. Number 2, you need to have trust. That means they must feel safe with you. They must feel like you don't really have an agenda, or you don't want to pressure them into manipulation, making a decision that they would regret later. The fear of regret is the #1 reason people hesitate to make a decision to list with you, because they're afraid that you put on a front, you con them with some influence fancy scripts, and that tomorrow they wake up and go, fuck, what have we done? That was a bad idea. So there needs to be enough trust. The trust is developed through honest, authentic, genuine communication, where they do most of the talking, you ask genuine questions, and you have a conversation without reciting scripts. That's #2. And the #3, they must have a realistic outlook and time frame. That means enough money in the property, enough equity to actually make it work. They must have expectations that match the reality in terms of price. But it's going to come down to this. If their core driving emotion is strong, the price, terms, time, none of that really makes any difference. Because if they got to go, they got to go. And if they don't have a desire to go, none of that matters either. But again, these are the practical, technical elements that must be in place. Is the property sellable in the first place? Do they have equity? Can they find the house where they want to go? You have these 3 things in place, you're a motivated seller. If you do these 3 things right, listing appointment is a natural outcome of that interaction. Think about it. They want to move, they have a problem, you have a solution, they trust you, they connected with you, realistic expectations are in place, technical elements are in place. Why would they say no? Now, you can flip it. If they say no, one of these 3 is missing. You know which one it is? Can you take a guess? Not this one. Not this one. That leaves this one. Trust. Trust. And here's one thing you need to know. Sometimes you can build trust very, very quickly. It has a lot to do with your mastery, your ability to communicate, your state, how you feel, confident, connected, comfortable, but also with them. Because if the experience was really shitty with the other agent, it's going to take some time. So what you need to do in an interaction with the FSBO or an expired during the meeting is do the best you can what you got. And then there'll be no attachment, whether this will be a listing appointment or follow-up. All you have to evaluate is, did I do my best? Was the conversation solid? Was I connected with them? Did I ask the right questions? Did I follow up? Did it feel like 2 people talking, not a salesman trying to convince a client? And the answer is yes. Cool. And it's just a matter of follow-up. Because through the follow-up, the trust will build, the connection will build, which is what you need. Yeah? Ken? I don't know what's going on with Facebook today. They keep kicking us out. They don't want us there, I guess. Odd. Anyway, we're back. It keeps telling us the Facebook servers are experiencing difficulties. Anyway, my apologies for that, but was that helpful? Would you now know how to approach expired listings? Yeah. Okay. Good. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Carlos liked it. Good. Good, good, good. Hold on, let me just turn. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, so we're back. Yeah, my apologies. Why don't these freezes happen? Good, good, good. So Maria Lopez would like to know, what do you bring to conversation like with the expired? My suggestion would be put together a nice little expired package. Something really simple. I would do a cover letter from the Expired Plus. I would do the little trifold brochure that's specifically written for expireds. If you have the Expired Plus, you already have it. If you don't, just get it. expiredplus.com, order it. It's a really good system that has all the marketing materials you're going to need. So you're going to use the trifold brochure. You're going to use a little market snapshot Just a little overview of what's going on in the neighborhood. You're going to put some marketing materials there if you have some, like a nice postcard or open house invitation, any type of marketing that you do, newsletter maybe, whatever. And then you're going to incorporate the MLS. You're going to include the MLS, the actual printout of their property on the MLS, just out of curiosity. Now, if you want to get really fancy and want to be a little clever, include a sold sticker, one of those big red sold stickers. Put it in there and write a little note. Hey, James, hold on to this. We may need it soon. Maria, your agent. Just kind of get their attention. Show that you're cocky, you're comfortable, and you're a little confident and creative too, because it's kind of a cool creative marketing piece. So that's what you bring with the expireds. And then follow up the dialogue I just showed you. Okay. All right, a lot of praises for Lion Disc. People seem to like it. That's really good. Anthony's excited that we're going to do the cool stuff with Lion Disc. I'm really excited too. I really believe in the company, and I think they will be providing some really cool stuff. They're expanding. They want to do more for you guys, which is really good. All right, so we are back. Let's see what else we have here. Okay. Oh, I know what I wanted to talk to you about. Scott wants to know, how do you feel about rising interest rates? Some people don't want to sell and stay put. Scott, here's the reality. I started in real estate in 1989, where interest rates started to climb 11, 12, 13, 14%. Can you imagine that? 13% interest rates was not unheard of back then. People still had to move. Here's the thing. If somebody has to move, if somebody has a desire to move, to be closer to the family, because they're getting a better job, because they're getting divorced, because they need a bigger house, because they have a kid on the way, because they need to downsize because the house is just too huge, there will always be somebody who needs to move, who has a core drive and emotion. Okay? There will always be somebody who needs to buy a house or wants to buy a house, who wants to live in a specific neighborhood, who wants to own a home, who has a dream to own a property. Interest rate is what an interest rate is. The rates are what the rates are, just like the price. The price is what the price is. The seller doesn't set the price. Only the buyer and the bank does. So there will always be people who need to buy and people who need to sell. Your job is to find them and put them together. That's really all you got to do. Whether the rates are here or here. Even in 1989, we sold homes. It was hard as a motherfucker, but we did. Will it be a little more challenging? Of course. Will it be a huge pool of buyers? No. The qualifications will change, but that's reality. There's a buyer's market, there's a seller's market. There's a good economy, there's a slow economy. It doesn't matter. The beautiful thing about real estate is this, Brian. No, Brian, sorry. Who asked the question? Scott. Here's the beautiful thing. According to the National Census Bureau, United States Census Bureau, over 35 million Americans will move in the next 12 months. That's what they project. 35 million. Huge number of population. 12% of Americans will move. So out of all the people you have in your sphere, all your neighbors, all your friends, out of 100, 12 will move. Some will be renters, some will go out of the area, but some will be good business. You need to tap into that business. So stop buying into reasons why it wouldn't work. It goes back to the mind game we talked about earlier. Stop buying into the bullshit. Why it wouldn't work. Why it's hard. Of course it's hard. It always will be hard. That's why you make $8, $10, $15,000 a transaction. Because if it was so fucking easy, you'd be selling shoes at Payless for 12 bucks an hour. You understand? So get that out of the way. Consider the conditions, yes. But don't turn them into excuses or reasons. Because you can't have it both ways. You're either getting results or reasons. And if you're looking for plenty of reasons, there are plenty of reasons why you will fail. It's going to be hard. There are not enough clients. Market is tough. Nobody's selling. Nobody's moving. I can go on and give you 50 of them. Well, there'll be a small group of agents who will go, all right, these guys do that. Let me do this instead. Buyer, buyer, seller, 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 client, 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 money, 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 success, success, success. Which one do you want to be? It is a mind game first and foremost. And you got to be very careful and very vigilant. What do you allow to either inspire you and help you or fuck you up? What do you allow to enter and reset your internal programming of your core beliefs about who you are, how much success is out there, how much business is out there, and how much of that belongs to you. You think that's a coincidence that in our household we don't have a live feed television, we only have Netflix? Think about that. Okay? All right, my friends. Do we have anything else? Edward says, tremendous motivation. Appreciate that, Edward. Thank you. Jeffrey says, I drive Toyota Sienna. Get a nice car. Come on, dude. You can afford it. And if not, fix it. You should be able to afford a nice car. Not only people will judge you by it, but it just feels good. It's nice. You should be able to drive a nice car, live in a nice home, live a good life. Fuck, everybody, every single one of you, my students should. Victoria said, has such a major burnout after 8 years of working REO. Yeah, I can totally get that. I understand. Andy wants to know, how did you get support from your spouse while building your business? Wow, really good question. We were always on the same page, dreaming big dreams, both of us. We were not the paycheck mentality ever, and we're willing to take risks. My wife, Hannah, has a very successful staging business that took her about 2 years to build to a level where now it's producing nice profit. It took me some years to build my business. It's going to take you some time, and your spouse needs to be on your side. They need to support you. They need to be part of your team. Not literally, but if they are, great. And it can be tough at times, especially when bills are not being paid. Sometimes you hear them nag, you go, isn't it time to get a real job? You know? And they're right. They're scared. So A, work your ass off. Here's the thing. It shouldn't take you months and months and months of struggle to start making money in this business. It shouldn't take long. It shouldn't take you a long time to make money. Not hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, but enough to pay the bills. Because if you're not, you're fucking it up somewhere. Something is wrong. Either you're working with buyers, or you're wasting your time, or you're not working high probability leads, or you're not diligently prospecting and marketing, using active and passive funnels to generate leads. That's the problem. Either leads, appointments, or listings. That's it. There are only 3 moving parts in this business. You're not getting enough leads. And you tell me, well, hold on, Borino, I get enough leads. I'm just not getting enough appointments. Then your follow-up is broken. Maybe you're getting leads, you're getting appointments, but you're not going to have listings. That means your listing presentation is broken. It's one of these 3, guaranteed. You fix these 3, you're in green. And if it takes you months and months and months, it's usually, I'd be willing to bet, and I'm not a betting man, you know me, I'm not a gambler. But I'm willing to bet it's your mind game. You bought into the bullshit, it's going to take years and lots of hard work and lots of rejection, and most people don't succeed. Speaking from experience again. That's what got me, after 2 years of struggle, into living in a car. So get your act together. Get cranking. Expireds, FSBOs, sphere of influence, open houses, online marketing. Get jamming. There's business out there. There are people out there who need your help, regardless of interest rates, regardless of anything. Over 5 million transactions closed this year. What does that tell you? Plenty of business. Somebody's making money. Why not you? Why not you? How is it that there are 5 million homes being sold in the United States in 2016 and you're struggling? How is that possible? Well, I guess one reason is because you're my student. You need one of my systems. But that's just a small element to it. The real reason is up here. You probably bought into some bullshit. Because if you didn't, if you believe, oh, I can do this, I'm rock and rolling it, I have big goals, big desires, and I'm willing to work my ass off, then it's just a matter of plotting the right plan, how many leads it's going to take, how many appointments it's going to take, how many listings it's going to take, and then executing and plot every day. But here's an exercise. I told you guys to do that exercise. Remember that? So let me open it up. I challenged you last week. Keep track of your time. Keep track of your time. So you guys did. So let me pull it up. What I challenged you to do is, where is it? Sorry. Here we go. So I challenged you. Keep track from the time you wake up till the time you go to sleep. Keep track of what do you do? So I'm looking for that post. Here it is. Okay. And it was an eye-opening exercise. So let me pull up the screen here so you guys can see it. All right, can you see it? Yeah, good. So I told you for the next few days, log in exactly what you do. Exactly, from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed. Surprisingly, very few people actually did it. And that's okay, that's natural. Most people don't want to do this because you're going to discover some interesting things. So check this out. Todd says, I did it. I found that I'm the world's biggest time waster. And that's true. Sue did it. I found my priorities are wrong. Wasn't it an eye-opening exercise? Excellent. I applaud you guys that you did it. One of you will win 6 months membership to the Listing University. Karina, I did it and found a waste way too much time on things that make no money and don't really benefit me. Bingo. Also made my son did it since he complains there's no time, and he realized he watched 26 hours of YouTube videos in 1 week. Wow. Now, if they were my videos, I applaud him. If not, I don't applaud him. But it's great that you discovered how much fucking time we waste. Shauna, 26 hours of YouTube, that's awesome, too funny. Yeah. He's 13. Derek Radford did it. Excellent. Eddie did it. I suck. Well, the point of the exercise was not to beat up on you, but it was to wake you up and to show you that you're not that busy and you're definitely not as productive as you think you are. Jack, completed. I never realized how many hours I spent on emailing, organizing my espresso folders or FSBO and expireds. I actually spent 5 hours contacting FSBOs, make me moves on Zillow, not calling, which can definitely be done by a VA, virtual assistant. Absolutely is. I got 2 listing appointments, but I definitely could have used my time better. Not to give up on the control, where I struggle the most. Usha says, I'm the biggest time waster I realize. Spend the most time surfing Facebook, watching YouTube, TV. Actually less than 5 hours with prospecting, too. See that? Anthony, I did it, and I'm glad I did it. Starting now, I'm planning my days the night before. I thought about calling FSBOs and expireds more than calling or visiting. I prepared to call them, but never did. I think some of that is fear, too, but I'm getting, let me open it up, over that. I watch too much TV and social media. I am working to change my settings on social media. I really see now how I can reach my goals with planning. I did watch Brian Cassell on YouTube with live calls, and that helped me with the confidence. Next up, my finances. I'm going to do some inventory report, but with dollars instead of time. Thanks for the challenge. That's a great idea, Anthony. Fantastic idea, doing the audit with your finances, not just your time. Roxy did it, Natasha did it, so that I spent a lot of time driving around, searching for info, which could be done by assistants, wasting time on Facebook, and turn off the phone during prospecting to be more productive. That I spend time surfing the new shiny system, checking it out, getting better at time blocking to help with focusing and minimizing the distractions. Outstanding. There's one tool I recommend. I'm not affiliated with it, but let me show you. It's called Rescue Time. Okay, looks like that. It's a great little tool. There's a free version, there's a paid version. It will eliminate distractions and it will track all your distractions. Really cool tool. I used it for a few weeks. Totally worth it. Give it a try. Rescue Time. Just something I recommend, not something that I sell or I'm affiliated with. But if you're struggling with this, give Rescue Time a try. All right, my friends. I think it's time for us to wrap this up. Was that good? Helpful? Did you enjoy it? I apologize for the disruptions. Facebook is fucking with us, I guess. I don't know. Not sure what it was, but glad you enjoyed it. Good. Glad you enjoyed it. Thanks for all the likes. I appreciate it. All right, left from Melbourne. Melbourne, awesome. Is it Jalal? Do I pronounce it right? Jalal? Yes, thanks for being here. That is so cool. Can you talk about what you receive in your listing course? Jeffrey wants to know. You're talking about the Presentation Plus. If you go to the listingpresentationplus.com, to the website, you can see more details about it. But let me tell you real quick, probably the most important, most valuable part is the video course. It's a set of videos where I'll teach you about human psychology, how to influence people, how people make decisions, and how we can use that to do a phenomenal listing presentation. It is not about fancy slides, and it is not about 150-point plan of action. It is not about the latest bells and whistles. They are part of your presentation, and you will get nice fancy slides too that you will customize to make the presentations yours and very powerful. It incorporates stuff like video and all kinds of cool multimedia. But at the end, it is about you being able to connect with the seller. It goes back to what we talked about. Core driving emotion plus trust. That's really all it is. So that's what comes in the package. It's $197, 2 months to try it. If you like it, awesome. If you get listings, I believe you will. I think it's the most advanced, most powerful listing presentation on the market right now. And it comes with everything you need. The pre-listing package, the entire sequence, what happens if somebody picks up the phone and calls you, they say they want to list their house with you, all the way to actually getting the contract signed. So you're going to watch these videos, learn the system, customize your presentation, whether you use a laptop, whether you're on PC or you're on a tablet, using iPad. All these tools will work. You load up the presentation and it's ready to be delivered in a very professional, modern way. So it's a really good program. I really stand behind it, and I believe it's, in my opinion, the most powerful listing presentation there is. All right. So Jeffrey, I hope that answered your question. Todd wants to know about upcoming boot camps. Great question, Todd. We are doing another boot camp starting February 1st. The boot camp is a 7-week program where we'll take all the lead generation systems, including FSBO, expireds, referrals, and we're going to build the systems together, you and I. Then we're going to build a follow-up system module so that these leads you're getting appointments with them. And at the end, we're going to build your listing presentation system so you have all these 3 pieces we talked about. You know how to get leads, you know how to get appointments, and you know how to get listings. Roxy, Jessica, you guys took the boot camp, you are in it, so you know what I'm talking about. So we spend 7 intense weeks online. It's a live webinar every week where you get homework, you get assignments, you get marketing resources, and as we go along in these 7 weeks, we build these systems together. It's a great program. If you go to Borino, you can register for it. You can't buy it, but you can set up a call with me. So you and I will get on the phone for about 15 minutes and we'll talk about it. See if that's a good match for you. Starting February 1st, every Wednesday for about 90 minutes, live session. There's accountability. There are bootcamp buddies, role play partners. There's all kinds of stuff going on. There's more on that page, so check it out. GoBorino.com. Would love to have you there, Todd. All right. Hey, my wife Hannah is here. Love your Borino TV. Excellent. Mr. Brian here, who's sharing what has really helped me with expired and FSBOs is be very calm, relaxed, and confident. And take that from Mr. Brian Casella, who I respect, because here is an agent who actually walks the walk out there every day, knocking on doors, talking to FSBOs, talking to expireds. He's absolutely right. Your attitude, your posture, your inner center, a sense of poise will help you tremendously when talking to FSBOs and expireds, any type of prospecting or follow-up. Big, big, big change. Thanks, Brian. Thanks for that. Good comment. Okay. Cost of the boot camp, it's $15.97. You get a $1,000 discount because you're my subscribers and students. If you own any of my programs, the price will go up $500 after January 1st, by the way. But for now, it's $15.97 with $100 deposit. And if you own any of my programs, like if you have the Expired Plus or if you have the FSBORINO, we'll credit you that. So any money you spend with us on any of my products, you will get credit. Okay? And we also have a payment plan. So we can break it up into 2 or 3 payments if you'd like. Jeffrey, the listing presentation works. Kenneth says, thanks, Kenneth. Appreciate it. Thanks for the nice word. I feel like little by little, I'm getting better with my time, Janice. That's exactly right. You're going to get better, Janice. It's not going to happen overnight. If you're a big time waster and like distractions, it's going to be hard to go cold turkey. But exercises like that one will help you. And for those of you who did it, please post. Where you see that big green clock, that lady holding the clock, post that I did it. One of you will pick random one winner who will win the List University membership. Okay? Yellow. Okay, it's yellow. Okay. So we have friends in Australia now. Totally international broadcast. Cool. All right, my friends. Mr. Ken wishing everybody Merry Christmas, and I wanted to wish you as well. From all of us here at Borino Productions, Roseanne, Helen, Yulia, Hannah, and myself, from Philly and Lily, our kids who sometimes help out, I wanted to say thank you for the trust, for your commitment, for your willingness to be out there every single day in the trenches doing the good work. for your desire to better not just yourself and your business, but to help clients in a new, different way. In a way that means you're passionate about what you do, you're coming from the heart, from contribution, as a high-status agent and advisor, not a poor, low-status salesperson. And I am more than passionate. I don't even know if I can find the right word for it. I feel blessed to have the opportunity to spend Tuesdays with you like this one, to be able to talk to you, interact with you, teach you, and watch you grow and expand and reach the success you're after. If I can help you in any way to make 2017 the best year ever had, I'm just a phone call, a post, or an email away. Reach out and let me know. Your success fulfills me more than anything else. To read the stories that you share with me about how you achieved this and got that and got this listing and closed this deal and made this much money and helped this many people, to me is the biggest show of appreciation you can show me, and also fulfills me tremendously. With that, my friends, have a wonderful holiday. Merry Christmas to all of you. We will take a short break. Of course, the operation still functions. I will be checking email if possible. Roseanne and the staff will be here to help you with your questions. And I will be back right before New Year's. We're going to do a New Year's Live, special New Year's Live. And of course, we're continuing boot camp. There's a session tomorrow for you, session 6, and then session 7 when I return. Have a wonderful, safe, fun holiday. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and let's together make 2017 the most awesome, most incredible, most profitable, and most fun year you've ever had. That's my goal and dream. Thank you for being here today. Your Coach Borino signing off. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'll talk to you soon. Let's go get it. Bye.